Nights like these when Cincinnati's homeless shelters are most in need. But Cincinnati's winter shelter just doesn't have enough money right now. I first told you about Shelter House a few weeks ago when it was $65,000 short of what it needs to operate. One person I spoke with who depends on the shelter is Bruce.
It's going to be cold. It's going to be cold. There's a whole lot of people out here sleeping out there besides me.
There are shelters in Cincinnati. When they fill up, the one on Guest Street here in Queensgate, the winter shelter, serves as a kind of safety net for the souls.
Anybody's a paycheck away from being out here.
Chico meets and tries to help.
It's overflow for our entire system that allows people to come in off the streets when it gets too cold to be outside. So it really is a life-saving shelter, so no one freezes to death on the streets.
So we wanted to share a little snippet from that story. Joining me now is Kevin Finn, Director of Strategies to End Homelessness. We want to thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So why is there a funding shortage at this point? Want to review that?
Well, I think a big part of it is that normally by this point in the year we've managed to raise the money that we need to fund the winter shelter through the winter, but this year hasn't been a normal year. There have been hurricanes, there have been earthquakes, there have been wildfires. I think that the many generous people in our community have focused their giving elsewhere up to this point, and therefore for the first time we're headed into the winter without the money we need for the winter shelter.
So you guys are taking some interesting measures. Gofundme. You started that today.
Actually, we've gotten some great leadership locally.
Okay.
Chris Seelbach has led the effort to get additional funding from the city, and Aftab Pirval from the county has started a GoFundMe campaign to raise what should be the last $25,000 that we need to make the shelter a reality this year.
Okay, and any money that you raise that's bonus, does it hold over to next year?
The money that we raise covers Shelter House's expenses in running the facility this year, and yes, anything that we would raise above and beyond would be held over so that we didn't find ourselves in this position next winter.
Kevin, what's at stake here?
The goal of the winter shelter has been for years that no one freezes to death on the streets of Cincinnati. Unfortunately, we have had years when that happened. It has not happened since the winter shelter has been a part of our system.
Okay, tomorrow it is set to open.
It will open tomorrow night.
All right. Kevin, thank you.
Thanks for having me.
us. We appreciate it. And we'll have the information on the GoFundMe on our website. If you want to help, you can go to the shelter's GoFundMe page. The web address is gofundme.com/Cincy Winter Shelter. And as we mentioned, their goal is to raise $25,000 at this point.